As a kid, grew up in a Catholic home. Maybe went to occasional services with my grandparents. I don't recall going with my mom or dad. I knew there was a God, that there was heaven, but there was never went any deeper than that. Adolescence, I think I went to church with a few people, didn't understand it, didn't get it, and then went through a point in life where I was in a terrible relationship and just drama and just nothing. It was like bad thing after bad thing after bad thing happening, and got to a point where I kind of locked myself in my house for about 2 months and just kind of did some soul searching and what do I want in life? Who do I need? After having I have a child, I have failed relationships. What do I need to make me happy? And I'm kind of in the same boat as Krissy is. I wasn't looking for anybody, and through some mutual friends, kind of introduced us. Started talking to Krissy, hung out, and one day she's like, "Hey, you want to go to church with me? This is pretty important, and it's totally up to you." And I was like, "Yeah, I'm curious." Mike White gave a sermon. I was in the church, but I kind of felt a personal disconnection through, the sins I've committed before coming to church. I was in a failed marriage and I got divorced. I just felt like apart, not connected. And he gave a sermon talking, and it was basically his testimony of coming to the church. And it was like, wait a sec, I've been in these same situations and gone through the same trials, and no, you're not different, and that's all. It's all gone. Your slate's been wiped clean, and I felt fresh. I believe in the same things that they believe in. I felt ashamed, and I no longer felt ashamed, and that was when I felt that it was time I become baptized. And
my brother and I became Christians when we were really young, before my parents actually did. And we brought them to church. And after my parents became Christians, we were a very, very Christ-centered family. And I had a strong support there and a foundation. Went to church every week. We were a good, part of Awanas, and always made sure that even through junior high and high school, well, I graduated high school when I was 15, but through junior high, we went to church every week, and I wanted to, and I was a Christian, and I've always believed in God and everything. Once I joined the military when I was 18, I kind of went off and did my own thing, and I was away from my family, created all new friends, and then when I came back to a whole new life. I worked at AMR in the ambulance. I had all new friends there, none of which were from the church. So I kind of separated myself. I was still going to church, but it wasn't as important as it used to be. It gets to a point where coming to church makes you feel guilty for the things that you do, and it makes you feel bad. And so even though I could still go to church and I was always welcome there, I didn't like feeling that way, feeling bad for what you're doing and making wrong choices. So I just stopped going because it felt better. And my parents were always there. Every time that I did go to church, that was always there. And I just remember my life. I really did feel like my life was falling apart. That was the bottom of everything. Everything that I thought was important was gone. And that's basically when I realized I was valuing worldly things, and that's what was becoming important to me. And that stuff fades so quick. Your family is always there. God is always there. And as soon as I turn around, there he is. He follows you no matter where you go. And I needed to resubmit my life to that and come back to the church.